Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Alex. I'm on the marketing team here at Wisenet, and I'll just be helping out today to get things going and facilitate the Q&A when that comes up a bit later on. So today we're talking about the product update for Q2, and it'll be mostly about what we've been up to, what might be coming next, and answering any questions you might have about anything that's happened recently. So to get the most out of this webinar, make sure you stick around to the end where we'll do a Q&A. And then when you exit out of the webinar, please fill in the survey. It helps us out to figure out how to make these webinars the best we can be. So I'll pass it over to Ash, who's our product enablement designer, sorry, who will take it away from here.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, all. All right, today's session is more than a product update. So over the last 6 months, our focus has been on helping training providers simplify operations, improve data visibility, and create more efficient experiences for staff and learners alike. So whether you're supporting learners, managing compliance, overseeing operations, or just leading business growth, the changes we have delivered are designed to help your teams work more effectively with greater confidence. So, when I was thinking about today's webinar, I didn't want to simply walk you through those features. I wanted to help you understand the value behind these investments, how they support your organization's goals, and how you can make the most of the capabilities available to you today in Wisenet. Many of you joined us last week for our dedicated unit offer unification webinar, where we explored one of the most significant platform enhancements we've delivered this year. And with unit offer unification successfully released over the weekend, it marks an important milestone in a much broader journey. And alongside this release, we've delivered a number of other enhancements across automation, reporting and analytics, finance, and other administrative workflows in the last 2 quarters. Now, let's start with our most recent release, Unit Offer Unification. And for those of you who joined us last week, this will be a quick recap of some of the key changes. And if you haven't had a chance to see that, this will give you a high-level overview of what's now available in Wisenet. So when you go into a course offer and add unit offers, you have 3 options available when adding a unit offer. The first option, add new unit offers, follows the same process you're used to today, allowing you to create brand new unit offers directly from the course's unit list. The second option is copy unit offers from another offer. This allows you to bring across unit offers from an existing course offer. You can search for the right course offer, pick the unit offers as required, and click next to configure the copy options, giving you flexibility over exactly what information is carried across to the new unit offers. And I want to highlight the ability to generate a new unit offer code using the unit code and a custom suffix here. So we introduced this as a new option. So this makes it much easier to create unit offers for different intakes or locations while maintaining a consistent naming convention. So we've had customers they've had to go back to a unit offer, edit the unit offer to put in a different unit offer code as required. But now during the copy process itself, you would be able to create a suffix. And once you've selected the options you need, you simply click confirm copy unit offers and it'll add the unit offers for you. And the third option is link existing unit offers. And this supports the new shared unit offer capability, allowing you to link an existing unit offer that's already being used elsewhere in the system. So rather than creating another copy, you can link an existing unit offer that's in Wisenet to this course offer. And once the unit offers have been added, you'll notice a few enhancements to the unit offer list page itself. So in addition to the information you're familiar with, like the code, the dates, and other things, you'll also be able to see the number of course offers linked to the unit offer along with any parent and child relationships that exist. You'll also see actions that allow you to manage these relationships, like linking or unlinking, or view the unit offer, delete, and copy from the same page. And when you click on the unit offer code itself, this will take you into the unit offer detail page where you can add any linked parent or child unit offers. And for veteran loan or higher ed customers, this is where you will see any unit of study, where the unit of study is a parent unit offer and your unit of competencies can be linked underneath as child unit offers. And you can use the same for any clustered delivery, or if you're in New Zealand, you can use it to manage your modules and unit standards and other things. So rather than relying on separate grouping layers, the relationships between unit offers kind of define the structure for you. And you'll also notice a new course offers tab when you're in a unit offer, which provides visibility into all the course offers a unit offer is linked to. And this supports one of the key capabilities introduced as part of unit offer unification. So rather than being tied to a single course offer, unit offers can now be linked to multiple course offers where appropriate. So it just reduces the need to manage duplicate unit offers across similar deliveries. We also redesigned the copy offer, like copy course offer and the unit offer copy experience. You can now update key details throughout the copy workflow rather than needing to save the record and go back to make further changes afterwards. You can quickly add units and select the relevant copy options as required. And when you initiate the copy from a unit offer, you can link it to multiple course offers as part of the same workflow, making it much easier to establish the shared unit offers function from the outset. We also took the opportunity to simplify how unit enrollments are managed, so adding, updating, and deleting enrollments are all handled through a single unified experience. So when you go into a course offer and you go into your course offer enrollments, you can pick the relevant enrollments, go manage unit enrollments to go add, remove, or update all from the same flow. We replaced the inline editing with a new quick edit experience. So the quick edit option is a slide out drawer and focuses on the fields that you update most frequently, allowing changes to be made quickly without leaving the page. And you can do the same for multiple unit enrollments. So you can pick one or many and you can go into action quick edit and you can save a next to update multiple unit enrollments. And of course, for more comprehensive updates, the existing bulk update process remains available. So this kind of gives you the full set of available fields where broader changes are required. So you can choose multiple unit enrollments and bulk update. And based on customer feedback, we also updated the unit enrollment details page to include a global edit and save experience. So this allows you to make changes across multiple sections and save them all at once, reducing clicks and eliminating the need to edit and save each section individually. And we delivered a number of enhancements around taxi data management for VSL and higher education providers, including the introduction of units of study within the unit and unit offer model. So units of study are now created and managed from the unit record using the new unit of study flag. And once enabled, the relevant taxi functionality becomes available all throughout the associated unit offers and unit enrollments. And for higher education providers, this creates a much cleaner experience because a unit of study can simply exist as a standalone unit without requiring additional hierarchy structures. And as mentioned previously, you can now create a parent unit offer representing the unit of study and then link related units of competency underneath as child unit offers. And one of the biggest operational improvements is that unit of study enrollments are now managed as unit enrollments, removing the need for a separate unit management process. So this means enrollments can now be viewed and managed directly from the unit offer or the course offer level, making it easier to perform bulk actions, monitor learner progress, and manage enrollments from a central location. And you can toggle taxi view to see taxi related fields from the unit enrollment page, and you can edit the dates and completion status through the quick edit option as well. And for more specific fee-related activities, you can use the Edit Taxi option. You can click into the unit enrollment to update the fields from the detail page as well. All right, this also means that you can update enrollment dates. Like I'm talking about unit of study dates, like the commencement date and the outcome date, which are nothing but the start date and end date now, and the completion statuses using the existing unit enrollment bulk update functionality. Again, making it easier to manage larger groups of learners from a single location. And you can simply filter for unit enrollments where the unit of study flag is set to true. Add additional filters is required. You can select the learners you wish to update and apply the changes in bulk. And with all of this, I want to emphasize that with every release, it just doesn't end when the feature goes live. As with any significant platform enhancement, real world usage provides valuable insights to us and helps us identify opportunities for further refinement. So since launch, our team has been actively reviewing feedback and addressing issues as they arise, and we've already delivered a number of fixes and improvements, like we fixed an issue where unit offer dates were not populated from the selected course offer when using the set unit offer dates from selected course offer option that I showed you before when you copy the course offer process, when you follow the course offer process. And we also restored the sync grades button for e-learning integrations on the offers, e-learning offers page, and a few issues for our NZ customers where the unit standard value was incorrectly displayed as false at the unit enrollment level, where the associated unit was configured to be a unit standard. And we also corrected the fund source dropdown where it was showing fund classification values. And also the SDR outcome was not being set when you added unit enrollment. So all of these issues were already fixed and released yesterday. And there are also additional improvements planned over the coming days, like the ability to sort columns on the unit enrollment page, and also, increasing some character limits on certain fields, from, again, customer feedback. So we'll continue to keep the Watch New page updated with the latest improvements, and we'll provide updates on support tickets with any identified issues that have been raised, so you have visibility into what's been addressed and what's currently in progress. All right, let's look at some of the other enhancements we've delivered over the past few months. So one of the improvements we made was within the auto grade rules, giving you greater control over how auto grades are applied. A common challenge occurs when a learner has the same unit enrolled across multiple course enrollments. So in these situations, training providers often want to ensure that the system only updates the enrollment that's currently active. So to support this, we introduced a new option to auto-grade current course enrollments only. So when enabled, auto-grade will only update unit enrollments that belong to the learner's current course enrollment, again, helping reduce the risk of unintended updates. And as a side note, if you haven't already started using the unit enrollment status field, this is a good opportunity to begin incorporating it into your processes, as we have added this field onto pretty much all the unit enrollment pages. You can start by configuring a learn cycle to auto set the unit enrollment status to current when a new course enrollment is created. And then you can include the unit enrollment status within your auto grade rules to automatically update it as completed. And again, this allows you to gradually introduce the unit enrollment status into your workflows while taking advantage of more targeted automation and reporting capabilities over time. You can also leverage auto-grade rules to automatically update unit of study completion status and outcome dates based on grade activity and results, especially for our VSL and higher education customers. So just ensure your unit of study that you've created, or like the unit or the course that you've created in your LMS, has the unit of study code. So when the grade gets sync to Wisenet, it can automatically go and update these relevant fields. And if you're on the premium edition and you do not use e-learning integration, you can still take advantage of the auto grade rules. You can update unit enrollment field, like, simply by entering a final grade directly in Wisenet with all related fields like, and it could be the outcome or the end date. And as I said, the completion status, all of those things automatically based on the configured auto grade rules against the unit offer. Another enhancement we introduced was flexibility around BI connector sync schedule. So rather than relying on a fixed sync interval, you can now schedule synchronizations for specific days and times that align with your reporting cycles and, of course, your business needs. And the scheduled times are also displayed and managed in your local time zone, making it easier to configure and understand exactly when the syncs will occur. And this gives reporting teams more control over when data becomes available, helping ensure dashboards and reports are refreshed and ready when you need them the most. We also extended the event alerts to cover bulk actions performed on inactive learners from both the course enrollment and unit enrollment filtered lists. And it just kind of gives you greater visibility and auditability when performing large scale updates, helping your team stay informed, your compliance managers, about important changes that has occurred across the system, especially when you've done something in bulk. We introduced several enhancements for finance teams, starting with the ability to generate and send, data statements directly from Wisenet, and statements can be sent individually from the data record or in bulk from the data list, making it much easier to communicate outstanding balances. And before sending, you can define the statement period, choose whether to include debtors with a zero balance, and also customize the email using the dedicated data statement template. And statements are obviously automatically attached as PDFs when sending the email. And to further improve visibility, we also added a new balance column to the data list, providing an at-a-glance view of outstanding amounts across all invoices, including those with future due dates. We introduced a dedicated data logbook, bringing together all the activity across invoices, credit notes, statements, and related data communications into a single centralized view. While we have delivered some significant improvements for finance teams over the past 6 months, there's still more to come. And over the next quarter, our focus will be on strengthening financial controls, streamlining reconciliation processes, and providing greater flexibility in how organizations manage data balances and financial adjustments. And this includes support for refunding unallocated payments and credit note balances and invoice write-ups for outstanding balances, enhanced accounting controls around refund and write-off transactions, and of course, improved audit tracking to provide better visibility and accountability. And we'll also continue investing in the study link experience with further enhancements planned to simplify and streamline the student onboarding journey. Some of you have already had early access to this, so you'll see some UI updates that we've made if you go into the reports and study link. And there are also some upcoming SMS compliance requirements that will require sender IDs to be registered. And as part of this process, we will be contacting all affected customers with further information and guidance on the registration process itself. And once these compliance changes take effect, any unregistered sender IDs will be labeled as unverified. So we'll share everything you need to know in an email, including timelines, requirements, and any actions required from your team. So please keep an eye out for these communications that will be sent shortly. All right, before we move into questions, I'd like to leave you with one final thought. I know today, obviously, we spent a lot of time talking about what we've delivered over the last 6 months and what we're building next. But one of the things that I enjoy most when working with customers is, discovering features that have been available for months and hearing someone say, "Oh, I didn't realize Wisenet could do that." So, think about how many learner inquiries are currently managed through individual inboxes, or it could be shared mailboxes, spreadsheets, team chats, or even conversations, that are difficult to track. Support cases brings all of that into a structured process within Wisenet, giving your teams visibility over learner requests from inquiry through to resolution. And if you are a premium edition customer, you can draft professional responses using AI based on your organization's own case types and processes, helping your staff respond faster. Obviously, also improving accuracy in those responses. And if student support is a growing focus for your organization, this is definitely a feature you should start using. And obviously, today's learners expect self-service experiences. They want to access information, view documents, manage payments, update their details, and seek support without needing to contact a student support officer. So the learner app gives them that experience while simultaneously reducing the workload on your team. So what's particularly powerful is, when you can combine learner app and your support cases. So learners can submit support requests directly from the app, giving them a single destination for everything they need, while again providing your internal team a structured way to manage and respond to these requests. Then obviously we have the Wisenet Finance, as I spoke about before. Many organizations still find themselves, entering the same information into multiple platforms or switching between, systems to understand a learner's financial position. So Wisenet Finance brings learner enrollment invoicing, payment, and data information together in one place. So the more finance processes you can manage within Wisenet, the greater the visibility, efficiency, and control you gain over, or across your organization. And as we wrap up today, I would like to come back to what all these investments are ultimately designed to achieve, whether we've been talking about, again, unit offer unification or automation improvements or these support experiences. They all contribute to the same outcomes. It's the collective impact these changes can have on your organization. So it's less time spent on repetitive administration, greater confidence in your data and processes, more visibility for decision-making purposes, more connected experiences for learners, and ultimately giving your teams the tools they need to focus on what matters most, supporting learners and driving organizational success. And that's what continues to guide our product strategy as well. And that's where we'll continue investing in the months ahead. But yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you all for the feedback, the support, the partnership, and also taking the time, to come and listen to me today. So thanks for joining. We will stay back to answer any questions, but yeah, feel free to log a support ticket at any point in time, or yeah, just pick up the phone and give us a call. Thank you again for your time.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Alex. If you missed me at the start, I'll be doing the Q&A with Ash. So we've got a few questions here, Ash. The first one is, hello, in the bulk update function, when we record the credit transfer outcomes for the units, the delivery modes no longer update automatically. Will this be something Wisenet will update, or would we need to update the delivery modes manually?
No, it should be updating the delivery modes automatically. So if this is not working, then please do log a support ticket and we can, yeah, address it very quickly. Thank you.
Sure. So next one, have any of the standard reports been impacted by unit offer changes?
No, not the standard reports, but if you were previously using unit groups, so if you were using any reports with unit groups or even your report templates, that were using unit group regions, then yes. So if you did have any of those, please feel free to log a support ticket. And again, we can look into any custom reports or your report templates that you've been using with, the unit groups that we have made redundant. So we can look at it for you, but none of the other reports should have any impact.
Great. They also said specifically 0001 course offer enrollments, but I assume that's covered.
Yes, so yeah, we shouldn't have any issues, but yeah, if you have picked up something that needs our attention, yeah, please feel free to log a support ticket and happy to look into it.
Great. Hi, Ash. While doing withdrawal, it's not allowing future census date UOS to get updated with today's date. It's not allowing to save the data, giving error that unit start date needs to be before end date. And yes, I'm choosing code 1 when doing withdrawal.
Yes, the start date will have to be before the end date. Katie, it could be a particular learner or their enrollment. So we might have to look at it. If you could just, put the ticket up with the learner information and the record that you're trying to update, we can definitely look at it. But yeah, there is a validation that the start date, I mean, the end date cannot be before the start date. Yeah, hopefully I'm saying that right. But yeah, just put the information through in a ticket and yeah, happy to look at it. It must be something related to the learner's enrollment.
Great. Brenda's asked if the recording will be available. Yes, it will be. And she's also asked if the census date display can be reverted back to an earlier view.
We haven't changed much. So when you go into the taxi view, you should see the start date, end date, and the census date. Um, to be frank, like we've just added an enhancement to it. So when you go, there is a link to automatically calculate 20% based on the start and end date. But Brenda, if you're referring to a particular page where we have moved the field to a different location, then yeah, please feel free to just take a screenshot and send it to us. And yeah, happy to take the feedback on.
Yep. One's from Stephanie here. Hi, I have a suggestion question about the unit enrollment list. It seems like the option to sort the units based on their start date and end date have disappeared. Will this be added later on?
Yes, correct, Steph. That's the one that I was talking about, the sorting of the columns on the unit enrollment. So that's it's due to be released sometime this week. So hopefully by tomorrow we should have it back on that page. But yeah, thank you. Thanks for your patience.
He's from also for the parent unit offer, I noticed while testing the credential issuance, the parent offer will appear on the student's record of results. Is there a way we can remove the parent unit offer off the credentials?
Yep, so this has already been taken care of now. So only the unit of competency should show up on your credentials. Again, if you can give us the template that you're using, we can definitely see, you know, the regions that you're using and see how we can fix the issue. But yeah, it should only pick up the unit of competencies for you as required.
Yep. I've got another question about the end date. We noticed that upon changing the end date for the units of study, it does not reflect in the outcome date in the reports we generate, specifically 0528 report. Will the reports be updated soon as well?
Thanks, Christine. Yes, the report should be updated soon. I will take a note of that report number and get the team to fix it for you.
Yep. We've got a question about the 9025 report on how to use it specifically. Is that one for a ticket as well?
Yes, please.
Great. Christine's also said, not sure if it's mentioned, but is there a bulk update of the units of study? We can only see bulk updating of the unit enrollments, but it seems there is no bulk for the units of study.
You can definitely bulk update the completion status and the dates, like the start date, end date, and the census date. But if it's anything related to the fees, then it has to be through the from within
Oh, lost Ash a little bit there.
the.
Wait a second. Sorry, we lost you a bit, Ash there.
Oh,
Um, I think we had
do
it.
I mean, did the answer, could you hear my answer or?
Maybe repeat the last 10 seconds of what
Okay,
you
okay,
said.
sure. So yeah, you can definitely bulk update the unit of study fields like completion status, start date, end date, which is your commencement date, outcome date, and the census date. But anything to do with fee related updates, including the enrollment status, because whether the learner is, or whether the learner has access loan or paying, full fee, it changes the fee. So that's part of the edit taxi option, or you can go into the unit enrollment itself to update the fee fields.
Okay. Can AutoGrade pick up the trainer details from the LMS?
No, the auto grade is mostly built to update grade information based on the learner's, grade activity. So yeah, we cannot pick up trainer information from the LMS to update back into the unit enrollment.
Okay. Will the unit hourly fee also be added to the bulk update unit offers? As for the moment, when we create the course offers, which requires the unit offer to have the hourly fee, we have to manually update the hourly fee in each unit from the Vic client tuition fee.
Yeah, we should be able to look into that. And yeah, if you could please raise a ticket, and yeah, we can definitely put it through for future enhancement.
Okay. Is it possible now to customize the currency symbol to local currency? It has been USD.
You should be when you go into your settings. Just go into LRM and go into settings. The account details page should allow you to set your local currency, Monikitsi. But yeah, thanks for joining the webinar.
Hi Ash, at the moment it's not possible to sort the information in the view unit etalement like dates or outcomes. I think they mean sort.
Sort, yeah, that's coming. Yep. So we're working on it and it should be released sometime this week. So that's the sorting that I was talking about. So on the unit enrollment list page for a course enrollment, the sort will be added very soon.
Great. Since the new update, I am unable to delete an open application. How do you do this now?
We have that issue on board, and I think, not just application, it's course enrollment in general. We're not able to delete the course enrollment, and it's having a check in the back end, which needs to be removed, and the Teams again is working on it, and it should be released very soon. It's part of our critical update.
Hi team, I have two queries regarding the recent updates in Wisenet. One, in the result column, particularly for the VP result, we can no longer view the result status when hovering over it. And then two, in unit enrollments, the sorting functionality is no longer available.
Yep, two is the same. The sort functionality will be added back. The result, I'm assuming that you're asking, like previously when you hovered over the result, it showed the code and description. If that's the case, we already are working on that. But yeah, I'll look into it. But if you could please log a support ticket just so that we know that as soon as it's been fixed, we can reply back to you, so we can update you when it's done.
Okay. Will the filter in columns in the unit enrollment page be updated as currently after the unification update, there is no option for filter?
Yes, that's the same sort. The sort will be added. Yeah, thank you.
Uh, One from Kulo, but I think you answered that. After the new update in learner profile, we cannot click on start date and are unable to arrange unit in order. Is there any different way to do this?
Same sort. So I think they're referring to the unit enrollment page. The
Right.
sort will be added back very soon.
Okay. We've already provided feedback and raised a ticket about the recent update of sorting start and end date. Will that be sorted out soon?
Yes,
Yes.
sometime this week. Thank you.
Okay, Amanda, I have another one. As we use Cloud Assess for the online processes and assessments, we use Wisenet for all student profiles and data eventness. As we have many different funded programs, how do these new changes work? It's time consuming. Maybe we need to schedule one-on-one.
Yep, sounds good, Amanda. So I think it needs a one-on-one meeting because we have not changed any enrollment flows or anything of that sort of we've just updated managing unit enrollment. So if you have previously had funded and fee for service programs, creating those offers or anything should just work the same. But yeah, happy to look into your process and see what we can do best there. Yep. Thanks.
Okay. After unit enrollment list, we could not filter the dates or outcomes in particular student profile. Will that be fixed?
That's the same sort of thing.
Ah,
Yep.
yep.
Thanks, you.
From Alison, when we use AU general units remaining in our enrollment letter U report, the dataset returns both the parent and child records, resulting in the same subject appearing twice on the letter.
It shouldn't happen. Again, can we please have a ticket and also the template name so we can take a look at it?
Sure. Hi Ash, we can't find an option to send bulk email to participants under unit offer. Will this be available?
Um, From the unit offer enrollments, the send emails, I'm not very sure if we did have the option before, but yeah, we can take it on as, an improvement request. Tina, but you can definitely do it from the course offer course enrollments page, so you can still pick multiple learners and send bulk emails. The other way is for you to go into learners and unit enrollments, the filtered list page. You can go in there, filter by the unit offer code, pick all your learners, and then send a bulk email. But if you want it from the unit offer enrollments page, I can't remember at the top of my head. But yeah, if you could please log it to a support ticket. If it's not available, we can definitely take it as a product enhancement request for future development. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit. We've already provided feedback and raised a ticket about the recent update of sorting start and end date, and also outcome and results section. Will that be sorted out soon?
Yes, yeah. If when we add the sort, it's going to be added to all the columns on that page. So all the fields will have it.
Right. Will the select all box be added back to the unit enrollments?
Um, it's with the new pages with the new design, you can see like, most of the function is all based on the select all records or select all records on the page. So yeah, if you don't have the filter called, all units, parent or child, you should see the select button just right there. And in the drop down, you should be able to just quickly click and select all records instead of clicking the checkbox.
Okay. We noticed that the units showing on a course enrollment for a student is total of parent and child offers. Can it instead only show the child unit offers?
We've already got a ticket on it, from another customer, and we are looking into another possible way. But rest assured, only taxi information goes to taxi, and Avidmis information goes to Avidmis. But it's just on the dashboard itself, the course completion shows the total number of units. But yeah, we've already got a ticket, and we're looking into it.
Okay. From Tim, I've noticed that some census dates have been changed from the original dates for programs. Is this something that I need to check for every student?
It shouldn't have, Tim. So all we did was just, migrate the information from one field to another. You shouldn't have had any data changes. And if there are, then please do, put a ticket through. We can investigate and let you know if it's, user made or like, if it's migration. So we can definitely look into it. If you could please log a ticket for that. Thank you.
Okay. We've got another question from Alison about the AU general units remaining in the U report. The dataset returns both the parent and child records, resulting in the same subject appearing twice on the letter. I think we covered that earlier.
Yeah, I think the two of them have raised the same, or I don't know if it's the same thing. So yeah, we can take a look at that region. But yeah, if you could just log a support ticket, please. Thank you.
Yep. So it's talking about the alternative subregion. Okay.
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, I'll read the rest of the question, sorry. So there is an alternative subregion that returns only current parent units, or there is a field or filter that can be applied to exclude child unit records from the report output.
Yeah, but most of these regions were updated to show the correct units. But obviously, like I'll have to look at the region itself and the template. But yeah, happy to look into it after this.
Sure. Follow up with the bulk updating. For those under edit taxi, why can't we do it in bulk, specifically the credit RPL information?
The reason we moved it to the edit taxi was, we were getting a lot of tickets on, people bulk updating enrollment statuses or like, student payment, and then that bulk updating all the units of study. So we just wanted to keep the fee information out of, the bulk update functions. But in saying that, the credits and RPL information, I guess we can allow bulk updating on that. So yeah, Christine, we can take that on board. Yeah, for future enhancement again.
Okay. Hi, Ash. Can the new report fields, specifically EFTSL factor and remaining units, be revisited as it is currently not working on our end? Would we better submit a ticket to explain the error appearing?
Yes, please.
Yep. Okay. Under student unit enrollments, when selecting a number of units, it is used to shade the units that were selected, making it visible, and it no longer does this. So
Repeat that question.
yeah, so under student unit enrollments, it
Yeah.
used to be that when you selected a number of units, it shaded the units that were selected, making them visible. And Samantha's saying it no longer does this.
Oh, I get what you mean. All right. So because the previous design, when you selected a particular record, it had the gray on it. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, with the new, none of the new pages have it, but yeah, we can take it on board. That's another like design request, so we can take it on board. Yeah, sure.
Yep. And then could we add the auto grades button on the unit enrollment page? We can only access the auto grades on unit enrollment details page.
So the auto grade rule itself sits within the unit offer. So I'm not sure which auto grade, but so are you talking about the set final grade using auto grade?
Now we can only access the auto grades on unit enrollment details page. And
I
they're
think that's
asking,
what they're
could
talking
we add
about.
it
Yes,
to the unit
yes.
enrollment
All
page?
right. So that's the set final grade using auto grade. That was missed from the action, and there's a ticket on it, and it's been fixed very soon. So I think that should be out this week as well. Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about. The set final grade using auto grade.
Yeah. All right, well, that's the end of our questions. I think we can probably wrap it up here unless anyone has a last minute question. But for those watching, please do the survey at the end of the webinar. It helps us out. And the recording will be available in the coming days. So you can rewatch to your heart's content.
And I'll look forward to the tickets and I'll work with the team. Thanks for
All right,
all your feedback and thanks for your time again.
thanks everyone.